Okay, what's up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Foxley and this is Exdee Gaming versus Inexorable Gaming. Okay, for everyone watching on YouTube, I'm sorry, my mic was muted. What you gonna do? The oppo is at the moment for Bane, and I was just talking about the fact that Exdee Gaming has quite a bit of counter initiation spells here, and yeah, they have the Global Silence, they have Winter's Curse, so if IG jump them, they are going to have to be wary of all this counter initiation from the side of Exdee Gaming. But then on the side of IG, they have a lot of initiation, with the Bloodseeker being able to rotate in really quickly, along with the Quap, Blink and Shadow Tricks. Mars is just a very, very aggressive hero overall. And then with the Bane, it's just a really good laner, Bane, if he comes back. Yeah, if you just look at his base stats, 23, 23, 23 stats, he has 4 armor, 61 damage. You literally just right click anyone in your lane and you'll probably win the trade, and if you don't win the trade by that, you just brain sap. So actually just extremely strong hero at the moment. And it's also a really interesting draft here from the side of Exdee Gaming, because they do have an anti-mage probably mid. I think they saw it's a Queen of Pain and they probably thought that anti-mage is a good hero against Queen of Pain, probably because of the counter spell, and they just rolled with that, and that's a really good confident pick into the Queen of Pain. Also, anti-mage is just really good against the Queen of Pain, it's good against Bane, it's good against Dark Willow, and yeah, just it's not good against Bloodseeker, but they do have other stuff for Bloodseeker. So yeah, I rate this. I think I respect the hustle. I respect the anti-mage pick here. It's a bit strange, but I respect it. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the Queen of Pain approaches this mid lane. And I'm not even sure if he's gonna go mid yet. I'm just guessing he's mid because he is the mid player, and I don't think Ricky is gonna go mid. So I think the Queen of Pain's probably just gonna not even level his Q, because that Q doesn't have a really good projectile speed. You can dodge it pretty much every time as long as you have a ward and it doesn't come from the fog. Bane is reconnected. It seems like we might have a game soon. Okay, IG is ready and the unpause commences. Now I can maybe have a look at where these people are going, because I'm actually still not sure who's going to which lane. And now I'm even less sure, because it seems like Baron Biceps is running mid, probably just to place the ward. This is a really like a 200 IQ lineup for the side of Exdee Gaming. I'm pretty sure IG is just as confused as I am. And then, are they gonna put Bloodseeker mid? This is they had a lot of time to discuss who's going where now, and you can see it, that's what happened, because yeah, both teams not having very predictable lanes this game. Quap does get the dagger off onto BEE. BEE does have the Arctic Burn to get out though, but it was trying to go for a sneaky rune grab. Both teams just getting 2 bounty runes at the end there. And B only has 1 tango left now, so he's gonna have to use the courier most likely to get some more. And yeah, it seems like Exdee Gaming just wanted to get some info of who's gonna be in what lanes, and now they are swapping it around to get a favorable matchup. Because as I said, they really do want this anti-mage to be against the Queen of Pain. And yeah, that means Riki top and anti-mage bottom. Middle lane, Bloodseeker does have 2 Shade Tangos and does have the Orb of Venom as well, so he's probably looking for a pretty aggro lane this game. Top lane, the silencer dropping pretty low. Seems like this Mars and Dark Willow is doing quite a bit of damage. Dark Willow now, the Bramble Maze dodged by Ski Hound. Pretty well played, and the Blink Strike is queued up for Remedy, so he should just be able to dodge the Bramble Maze as soon as this unpause happens, not taking any risks, but trying to actually run through the maze, and yeah, also not taking bonus right click damage. Meanwhile, middle lane, Baron Biceps going for a really tanky build. He didn't have the salve at first, so he probably yeah, his career brought him a salve, so he's just looking to tank out this lane, not worry about the damage that Bloodseeker does, and that's honestly a really good strategy against the Bloodseeker. And bottom lane, this anti-mage just queuing up the Ring of Health, so essentially it's just trying to counter out the harassment from IG Gaming, considering they do have very harassment heavy Euros. And as you can see already, he did use his counter spell to reflect the Shadow Strike, and honestly, if you're Queen of Pain, you're not gonna ever be able to cast that thing against anti-mage. The cooldown is so low. That's a complete counter for Quap, and that's exactly why they swapped the lanes out here. I mean, Quap's just gonna harass himself if he keeps casting that. I don't know if this Bloodseeker, he's gonna start getting harassed mid now if he doesn't actually the wave is pushing in on him, I think it's fine. But he is going to have to buy regen to keep up with the salve from Baron Biceps, more than likely. I'm not sure the Blood Rage is going to be enough. I wonder if IG is considering doing a lane swap now, but if they do one now, they're going to have to use TPs for it, and if they use TPs for it, then Exdee can just swap the lane back, so I don't think there's really anything they can do here. I think they're just gonna have to accept the lanes as they are. At least top lane is pretty good for IG with the Dark Willow and the Mars against the Silencer and the Riki. But as soon as the Silencer starts getting some levels, his harassment is also gonna have a spike. Yeah, well, I'm commentating a pause again. It's fine though. It's what you can expect. Yeah, Riki does have a pretty tough lane, you're right. It's not quite what you want, but if the Silencer gets some levels, and if Riki actually just can somehow manage to stay full HP. They do have some kill potential, but yeah, overall this is definitely a lane for Shadow Tricks to lose. Like, they should win this pretty easy. Okay, he's restarting his router now. Maybe I can join in the place of this Bane and then we'll have a really interesting stream. But yeah, that's definitely against the rules. Would be fun though, would be fun. All these people have a lot of matches. Okay, I don't know how much that guy has. 8,500 matches, Shadow Tricks. I'm not sure what this profile is. I'm not gonna look at it for much longer than that. As long as I'll do that. And Remedy. I'm not sure, it doesn't show any ranks nowadays. Is it because did they reset it? I'm not sure. Yeah, literally none of the ranks are showing. What about if I go to watch? These guys' ranks are showing. That's very weird. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's only in South Africa for some reason. Well, the poke here for IG Gaming, they have like a lot of early game harassment. Fortunately, Exdee does have some counters for it in forms of spells and regen. This middle lane matchup is really interesting. I'm pretty sure IG thought anti-mage was gonna go mid, and then they sent Queen of Pain bot. And then they decided to put Legion Commander against... I don't know why Legion went mid actually. Like, this must have been a lot of back and forth in the Discord deciding who's going where. This Legion Commander would have theoretically went up against... I don't know. Maybe Junaid just is the mid player, because I don't actually know what lanes they usually play, so maybe that's why XT just knew that Bloodseeker's going mid, because I think this is a Legion favored matchup. As long as she keeps her HP up. Ratkastani. Oh, this wood, dude, that's so dirty. That's like, even if you place a sentry, there's like a good chance that the sentry won't see it, and if it does see it, you probably won't see it. But the trade-off is, of course, that it doesn't have a great amount of vision. It's still decent. It's decent vision for the Dark Willow to be able to harass them from the side, which is all you want sometimes. Yeah, I wonder if other regions have so many pauses, or if it's just like a South Africa thing. He's waiting for data, but they can go so long. I'm not sure what that means. Like, is someone delivering data to his house?
Come later, when you least expect it.
Okay.
You almost had that.
Report and avoid. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Just getting some water.
Sound strategy.
Contract complete.
Okay, I'm back. And it seems like they've just accepted that Bane lags. That's pretty much the solution they've come to.
I'll always remember how foolish you looked.
Yeah, actually a little bit of aggression coming onto this Dark Willow right now, and middle lane, the lane did push back into Baron Biceps now, so this is a big lane coming his direction now, Junaid. Taking some creep aggro to try and get that last hit, but Baron still gets the deny off. Some harassment by Baron Biceps with the arrows, or with the overwhelming odds. Yeah, really good laning here, both of them. Baron just trying to run down this Junaid as much as he can, but Junaid does get a HP spike because B dropped pretty low in the bottom lane, and that's actually first blood for Queen of Pain. Did get the kill with the Shadow Strike. And yes, that actually B dies and kind of saves the Bloodseeker at the same time. Bloodseeker still very fast because Silencer is low now on the top lane. He is rooted by the Dark Willow. Oh, and he runs into another root. That could have been bad, but it worked out okay.
Remember how foolish you looked.
Middle lane, pretty even matchup at the moment. Both have 11 last hits here. The Courier is bringing in the Wraith Band for Bloodseeker, so he's not going to have a healing salve for quite some time, and Baron does have the healing salve, so maybe that does give Legion Command a little bit of an advantage here. But Bloodseeker is so fast at the moment. Ski really needs to get some HP back, because yeah, he's just running back to base. They don't want this Bloodseeker to be so fast, and you can't really do anything in lane with that amount of HP anyway. Bloodseeker should be slowing down any time now. This anti-mage is having a really good lane, but it's impressive how well the Quap is doing as well, because you can't use the Shadow Strike on this anti-mage at all, so he literally just has to try and use it on the... Ooh, that Nightmare combo actually is pretty good to get the Shadow Strike off onto the anti-mage. I stand corrected, but now Quap's dropping pretty low. He does have the blink if he wants to get out there, but he'll be fine. And top lane Ricky, he is having quite a difficult lane against this Mars, but it is trying his best to get as many last hits as he can, and he's not doing terribly. Ski is back now with full HP, so he'll be able to harass somewhat. Oh, well, that harassment by Shadow Tricks with the God's Rebuke is really strong. The Q from Dark Widow not gonna land this time, and some counter harassment coming through onto the Dark Willow. Middle lane too, really aggressive carries just running at each other at the moment. Bloodseeker does have the HP advantage, but Baron still has that salve if he wants to use it one day. He's just saving it for the time being. Quap now top bottom lane. He's being wrapped on by B. I think B might just be looking for the courier. He was actually trying to go for the rune, but he realizes it's not going to be able to get it. And the courier does walk in, but Bane is aware that Winter Wyvern was going for that wrap. And Bloodseeker just farming blood jungle now with Blood Rage. The jungle camps have been buffed quite a bit, and also just stopping the other one from spawning. So a nifty play there by the Bloodseeker. And top lane, some harassment finally coming on through onto the Mars, and Mars dropping pretty low now. There's another blink strike on Ricky, and Tricks of the Trade in 3 seconds, but maybe the silencer damage will be enough. That is a kill for the Ricky silencer lane here, so that's definitely something they needed in this lane. And bottom lane, the Winter Wyvern almost died, and the anti-mage is trying to get some mana burn off onto the Bane. Ooh, and he uses his counter spell a little bit too early. Quap just cancels the Shadow Strike, and I actually think he was expecting the Nightmare to come through, and it didn't come through, so the Shadow Strike just coming through right after that. And the Bloodseeker now, with those spells, he can just go to the jungle every now and then, actually get some HP back, while Baron Biceps is still farming the middle lane. Bane now with the pull. I think they might be able to get this off if it doesn't get disrupted, and they do get the pull off. One of the range creeps do stay behind though, but it seems like B will be able to soak up the XP anyway, as long as well as anti-mage. But he just did this pull, so the creep wave will push up into the Queen of Pain. Self cancelled by B, so that's a pretty big play. Quap doesn't have any more regen. He's gonna have to get a tango from the Bane. It seems like he actually just wants to go back to base now. Middle lane, Baron. He's waiting for Bloodseeker to come back, but Bloodseeker is more than happy in his jungle, so that kill is not gonna happen. And top lane, it seems like they have reached the point where Silence is actually out harassing this Dark Widow. Dark Widow now in a little bit of trouble, forced to use the Shadow Realm to get out. And now it seems like Dark Widow does want to reinitiate maybe onto the Ricky. Actually, Mars in a little bit of a situation, he is forced to use the spear to get back, and that's a courier snipe by the Ricky onto the Dark Willow. And yeah, this top lane is being brought back quite nicely. Ooh, and Quap in the bottom lane just gets ulted by the anti-mage. That's 1 kill for anti-mage, and this should be a double kill for AM. And yeah, Queen of Pain used the blink, and that was Exdee's opportunity to pounce on them after that blink. Baron now just literally has a free lane, but Bloodseeker thinks it's worth it because he is joining lane every now and then, so it's not like the tower is pushing, and he is outlast hitting the Legion Commander. Let's have a look at net worth. It seems like Bloodseeker is leading net worth at the moment, so this is more than worth it. Rupture onto Legion Commander. Legion Commander in a lot of trouble, yeah, and the silence is going to go through as well. And it doesn't seem like Legion was quite expecting that. They actually wanted to gank the Bloodseeker there. Top lane though, a bit of a dive coming through, but seems like they will be able to survive this. No mana on Mars. Bottom lane, B getting harassed quite a bit now with that Shadow Strike. E off cooldown for the Queen of Pain, and she is forced to use the blink out, afraid that anti-mage does have his ult off cooldown again, but he does have the ult off cooldown, and that's a kill onto the Queen of Pain. And now Bane is in a bit of trouble here, as he is getting dived at the moment, trying to use that fog as best as possible, and that it will be enough for him to escape there. Top lane, Ricky just trying to keep up with farm as much as he can, and he is doing quite a good job at that. Middle lane in the meanwhile, Exdee ganking mid, Junaid trying to run out. He does have enough move speeds to dodge the deal there, and I don't think they would have had enough damage either way. Exdee harassing this Dark Widow dropping pretty low, but Shadow Tricks is considering to re-engage onto the silence here. Does quite a bit of damage, and that is enough to get the rune. It was all just one big rune contest. But Remedy does get the kill onto the Dark Widow. Now Baron does have the deal off cooldown, so this should be a kill for them. He does use the deal, and that is more than enough damage to get that kill onto the Mars. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Quap does use the Shadow Strike onto the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern will be able to just walk that one off though, so a 3-man rotation here. I mean, 3 hero spots, and they couldn't get anything. Still though, this Bloodseeker is quite far ahead in net worth, 400. Ahead of the anti-mage. And middle lane, I think Baron's more than happy with the lane he's got, and even though he isn't farming quite as much as the Bloodseeker. Yeah, this Bane just has so much harassment in this bottom lane. It's quite difficult to lane for the Winter Wyvern. Quite difficult lane for the Winter Wyvern. And the Shadow Strike actually comes through, just casted it normally. Deal by Baron Biceps is gonna come through onto the Bane. Bane dropping pretty low, but he doesn't get the deal damage at the very least. And Bane almost gets the brain sap off. That would have been bad. Winter's Curse onto Bloodseeker. He's trying to run away now. Does have the heal as well. He is in deny range. I think Baron is gonna try and deny him. Will we get the deny off? Not quite. That's a double kill for the Bloodseeker. Baron Biceps chasing down the Queen of Pain now. Quap is silenced, but it's not enough. He does manage to blink out. Bloodseeker though is just chasing. He's hungry. He wants more. He wants the silence as well. No, he doesn't. That's a bit too far. That's a triple kill for the Bloodseeker, and that is a massive net worth lead now for the Bloodseeker. Meanwhile though, the Riki did do very well catching up in net worth. It was a very difficult lane at the start, but he is top. I mean, the second from top in net worth now. And I think he's considering jumping on this Dark Widow. He just wants to bait out the Shadow Realm, and now that the Shadow Realm is used, I think he's just going to re-engage onto the Dark Widow, quite possibly. No, he actually doesn't have the smoke screen. And Stutter Step, I mean Shadow Tricks is gonna gank this Riki, and Riki is very dead. That's a very dead Riki. Sentry Ward was placed so they could see him. Middle lane, Bloodseeker diving quite a bit here. Actually, there was a second there where he could have gotten the deal under the tower, and then the Rupture does come through along with the anti-mage as well. This is a dead Bloodseeker, and that was a really good bait there by Baron Biceps, and a really good rotation by the core of Exdee Gaming. And our anti-mage just going back to his farming ways. And Quap almost has that blade mail. A really good item on Quap with the damage it gives you, the tankiness it gives you, and just the actual spell itself isn't, the ability itself isn't bad. It was really good. At least Anti-Mage does not have the CD for the Mana Void, so Quap can play a little bit more aggressively here, trying to bait out the counter spell with that dagger, but not gonna work this time. Top lane, Riki, aggressive onto Shadow Tricks. Shadow Tricks does have the defensive spear, and yeah, just a lot of pressure coming through by Exdee in this top lane. They want to get this tower or the kill, or both even. And Mars trying to run into the tree lines. He does use the Tango and the Quilling Blade to run a lot further than he would usually be able to. And now the Bloodseeker rotation is in. It's just going to go on the silence, and I think it just kills him here. Yeah, that's just 5 clicks and he's dead. And that's a really good job juking by Shadow Tricks, using all the Quilling Blade and the Tango. Now Rupture onto the Riki. Riki does have the Tricks of the Trade ready and a TP as well, and he should be able to just get out here. Yeah, he does use the TP, doesn't get cancelled by the God's Rebuke, so they almost get the Riki. It was a valiant effort, but Riki does manage to escape in the end there. Shadow Realm mid, Dark Willow just trying to get some farm here mid, giving them they are giving him the lane for the time being, and then bottom lane again. Every time that mana void's off cooldown, it seems like Anti-Mage is getting a kill. Yeah, as soon as Anti-Mage hits level 6, that lane was not favorable for the Queen of Pain anymore.
That was perfect.
Shadow Tricks setting up for the rune. He will be able to get at least one now, but he runs into the Silencer, and Silencer is not very happy about that. The spear onto the Silencer. He's going to get the stun as well, and that's 2 runes for Mars here. Let's see if he'll be able to escape. I don't think he will, and I don't think this is worth it either, because yeah, this is dual damage. He does use the Winter Curse. The Winter Curse is more than enough to set up for the duel, and yeah, it does get both bounty runes. It's a little bit of a nifty play, but not exactly what you want. Top lane, Queen of Pain being aggressive onto the Ricky. Let's use the Shadow Strike. He does have the dust as well, but he should be careful because Ricky does quite a bit of damage himself. Doesn't have the silence though, so it's just going full damage board, trusting his teammates to do the lockdown. Top lane, Dark Willow in a bit of a sketchy situation. He does use the Shadow Realm to get out, and Ricky manages to dodge the spear with the tricks of the trade. Really nice play there, and then just blinks out afterwards. So that's Mars all down. Maybe they re-aggress here with that ultimate being down. Legion Commander is rotating in as well. He does have the deal and the blink. Blinks. Oh, no, he uses the heal onto the Silencer and then immediately gets back afterwards. Global Silence is used, and they will try to get the deny on the Silencer, but it's not quite enough. Duel does go through onto the Quap, and that's a really big kill for the side of Exdee Gaming. And the Bloodseeker Silence is enough to kill off the Ricky. So a favorable trade for IG Gaming at the moment, but Baron is just aggressive as ever. He blinks back. He was thinking about maybe going on the Dark Willow, but decided not to. Anti-Mage just farming the enemy triangle at the moment, realizing that no one is there. Middle lane, some aggression. Quap is really tanking now with that 8 strength talent and the blade mail. Ooh, middle lane. Some pings coming through by the Bane. He does sleep the Silencer, but it seems like Bane is actually in a bad position. He has Brand Biceps, does have the blink, he does have the deal. If he gets vision on this Bane, yeah, no, it seems like he won't be able to. And the ward still stands there for the side of IG Gaming, even though Exdee did try to deward it. And look at this Bloodseeker, he's just so confident this game. He's walking up the high ground, just running at them. Top lane though, the Mars ultimate did go through, and defensive Winter Curse onto the Mars. B's just going to try his best to get out here. He tries to juke into the tree line, but they do see him. Good try there, but not quite enough. Shadow Realm, and that's a kill for the Mars. Rupture onto the Legion Commander, 4 euros here, and the Dark Willow as well, and the Spear. That's just nothing you can do there. Anti-Mage does manage to get the bottom tower though, and it is a net with the lead for the side of Exdee Gaming at the moment, so really good for them actually. B, he walks up trying to find the Dark Widow, not going to be able to. Ooh, Shadow Chicks with the Invis rune. He does have the ultimate off cooldown, but almost off cooldown. But the Spear of Mars And they really want to kill this Winter Wyvern apparently. That's a Bane ult onto him as well. And now they are looking to pressure this middle tower. And Exdee are just farming on the sides of the map now, so they are going to give up this middle tower. Nothing Legion Commander can do here. Maybe he can try to go for the deny, but that's not even going to happen. And IG have this really aggressive ward here that works extremely well. Anti-Mage rotating into the entire team now. If they catch him, yeah, he's dead. But he does manage to get the counter spell off in time, which means the Nightmare does not go through. Ooh, but the Dark Willow ultimate onto the Anti-Mage. He is feared now. He does have to blink off cooldown, but that's a silence as well. Ooh, they almost get the silence. That would have been bad. But Anti-Mage does manage to blink out and use his TP. A really good try there by IG Gaming. It's a very difficult hero to catch, and they almost managed to do it. Middle lane, Winterskirts onto the Bloodseeker as well as the duel. Bloodseeker dropping really low now. Oh, very good Nightmare there from the Bane. Extremely good counter. And that's just a spear. That's just a spear into the Legion Commander. And now it seems like IG are considering turning it around, but the Anti-Mage blinks in. Bloodseeker overstepping his welcome a little bit there. And now Ricky being very aggressive with his Diffusal Blade. And a double kill for B. The counter initiation there from the side of Exdee Gaming was just very good actually. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Baron Biceps is just pushing this out. I mean, back out. Ooh, and I missed that, but the Ricky does get a kill onto the Bane. Which means they do have quite a bit of map control now. They were in their jungle for a reasonable amount of time there, and they do have that outpost taken as well. Top lane, Anti-Mage and the Mars just gonna look at each other for a bit, and I don't think they'll kill each other, but yeah, Anti-Mage does manage to get this lane, and it is gonna burn. Ooh, the Bloodseeker is dropping pretty low now. Ricky does have that haste rune, he is feared for the time being. With the Quap ultimate onto 2, that is a kill onto the Silencer. And now Ricky is actually in a bad position, but Anti-Mage blinks in, he does have the Mana Void, and that is a kill for the Anti-Mage. Arena of Blood by the Moz does go through, as well as the Silence by the Bloodseeker, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, Baron Biceps does use the deal, and it is a double kill for him. Ricky running them down. Shadow Tricks maybe in a bad position here on the Moz as well, as they are considering to chase him down. And they just blink in, they don't even care. He's the only one left alive, and this should be a dead Mars. It is a dead Mars. And yeah, extremely good fight for the side of Exdee Gaming. It looked kind of 50-50 at the start, but it turned out being a team wipe. And that's just the counter initiation. Not actually even, that's just Anti-Mage blinking in and right-clicking everyone. That was just a really good rotation by the Anti-Mage.
Not bad at all.
Anti-Mage gets another kill onto the Quap. Deal onto the Mars. He just respawned. Ricky backstab. Good counter for the Mars, and that is a dead Mars. And yeah, at the moment it seems like Exdee Gaming is just steamrolling a little bit, and it doesn't seem like IG has a good answer for them at the moment. But I think it still has quite a bit of farm. If they can get a nice jump on one of the heroes, they do have a way back into this game, but it's not looking good for them at all. Ricky though, he does have the jump. He is going to jump onto Mars, and the deal was, wow, Rupture onto the Legion Commander. Legion Commander in a little bit of a sticky situation. Oh sorry, it's the Ricky that's ruptured. And he is feared as well. He runs really far, but he manages to survive, and he is going to TP out in time. That's a really nice combo there. And look at this anti-mage illusion, just doing so much worse. Winter's Curse Winter's Curse is ready, but not quite in range there, as that would have been a really good Winter's Curse. Doesn't have the Ether Lens yet, so not quite able to use it. And it seems like Exdee are setting up for a Roche here. Pretty confident that there will be no response by the side of IG Gaming, as all the lanes are pushed in quite a bit. And some illusions going out by the Ricky just to check if maybe someone's coming to contest this, but no one is going to contest it, and that's a Aegis onto the Ricky. Let's see what's drawn on the map here. It seems like, who's that? I think B drew a circle there. I think they want to control this area now, and they will be able to get that ward down. It seems like, I'm not sure. Okay, that sentry had vision over the ward. Oh, and then just bottom lane, Ricky just does so much damage. I think that was 5 hits on the Bane, and Bane is dead. And yeah, at the moment it just seems like IG are waiting in the base. It's nothing really they can do here. They are fighting into an Aegis. So anti-mage jump onto the Queen of Pain. That's going to be more than enough damage. And then the Mars looks like a Crystal Maiden as they just mount him. Really nice counter by the Ricky. It's like, I mean, like the Ricky is just so good against Mars. The backstab versus the bulwark makes Mars look like a lot squishier than he actually is. Silenced by Bloodseeker, not gonna go through. He does have the defensive blade maul at least, so that Ricky doesn't dive him. And anti-mage just trying to be aggressive at the moment. Duel onto the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is Nightmare. That counter does go through, but that's an Abyssal Blade onto the Bane, and Bane just mounts. And now Bloodseeker being chased down as well. And that's a double kill there for the anti-mage. The Nightmare combo, I mean, it's a pretty nice counter for the Legion Commander, but this late into the game and this far behind, it doesn't really matter anymore. Shadow Tricks, yeah, Shadow Tricks just trying to get a spear off. And now Ricky jumping onto the Mars. Mars doesn't have any mana left. That mana burn just doing so much work. And that's GG called. GG, well played. I'll be right back.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, we are joined now by Just kidding.
Are you still streaming? Or is it on pause?
Yeah. I'm streaming. But I'm eating it.
Pog.
What?
Lol.
Okay. How many people were watching that go?
The most, it got up to 27, 28.
Oh,
That
that's
times
decent.
it was like, yeah, it dropped and went up and dropped and went up.
Decent considering literally the majority of the game was a pause, so...
Yeah. My boy Ramsey joined the chat halfway through. Yikes.
Yikers. Okay, we are heading into game 2 of this best of 3. First one was pretty dominantly Exdee gaming, and let's see if IG can come back from there. You know, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yo, the snap bands.
Yeah.
No Monkey King for MD.
Dude, you should have seen yesterday. They banned like the first €6 in 2 seconds. it was like they were trying to prove something.
Hey,
Look at
go,
that.
dude. Look at that.
There we go. Okay, Pugna ban, Magnus ban, Void Spirit ban, Ricky ban, Ember ban, Bristleback
The
ban.
pick.
There we go. Lina pick. Okay.
We could get through it with the least time, dude.
This is the
fuck.
mental preparation, dude. Whoever picks faster and bans faster is just better.
Dude.
Dude, I can't even click on heroes that fast. It's just any heroes.
Legion Commander.
Okay, Legion Commander pick, Oracle pick. There we go. And the Nature's Prophet pick also goes
And
to
the
there.
nation.
Okay, I can't even take this in really. Okay, so Lena, good in lane harassment. Nature's Prophet, bit of a flex pick because he can play a lot of positions. So nice pick there by IG. Legion Commander, Baron just has a really solid Legion Commander. He can play it off lane, and as we've seen previous game, he can even play it mid lane. And now the Oracle pick goes through for Exdee, as well as the Skyroth Mage. That's a Legion Commander Skyroth combo again. Very interested to see how that pans out.
That's gonna be a B Baron lane in the off lane, I believe. I know B and Baron like that combo.
But do they go, wait, like Oracle Legion or Skyroth Legion? 'Cause
Skyroth Legion, I believe.
I think B is gonna play. I can't see Ski ever picking Oracle. Just like the least Ski hero I can imagine. And now going through for IG. Ooh, I like that pick. He's really good in lane, but he falls off extremely hard. Like extremely hard. So IG are gonna probably go for
Nature's Prophet,
Snowball.
it's quite a nice. It's a very cancel lane.
Yeah, it's a super difficult lane to go against.
Because Nature's Prophet's right clicks are just insane.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would look at Nature's Prophet and think like, what makes this hero strong? Like if you just look at the abilities, like the best thing he has is global TP, and the rest are like, yeah, you know.
I
But
think he has
his
the-
stats are insane. Like
One of the highest right clicks to start off the game with.
yeah, and they buffed his int, they buffed his attack speed, they buffed his ultimate to give him more attack damage for every unit it kills. He's just like super strong nowadays. Like he just right clicks so hard. Okay, well, there's finally some calm. Yeah, so we can probably
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're saying?
now we can start discussing what they'll pick actually. Okay, that's a Troll Warlord pick. I think Nature's Prophet counters it, doesn't it? Because like the Sprout is...
That's a mid Troll Warlord, I believe.
Yeah, possibly. Why do you think so?
I've seen MD play Troll mid a few times.
Oh, okay. That's
Might
interesting.
not be that. Just
And Nature's Prophet, on the other hand, I think he counters Troll actually quite a bit, because if you Sprout him while he ults, then that's not really good.
you didn't leave the game, did you? They messaging me asking if we've left the game.
No,
He's-
I'm here.
Game says safe to leave.
No, we didn't leave. We didn't leave. I literally just sat here the whole time. Don't blame me, dude. And well, it seems like the game's safe to leave, so I'm not.
No, they're gonna
Yeah.
keep playing. They're gonna keep playing.
Okay, well, that's pretty weird. Phantom Assassin pick by IG. That's good, right? Actually, I don't know, that Skyroth Legion combo is gonna wreck him early game. I'm not feeling that PA pick so much.
If the PA does get a good game, and I mean a pretty good game, as in Deso BKB, good timing, that's gonna be very scary for the Sky Oracle. But
Yeah,
that means they have to play a very, very good game.
yeah, but I don't know. They'll probably just try their best to put the Skyroth Mage against the PA to stop him from having a good game.
Yeah,
Because I feel
obviously
like
they'll try their
XD
best
I feel like XD counter PA pretty hard because like usually you just try to get as much burst as possible and just stop him from getting anywhere in the game. And I think that's pretty much what they have here with the Skyroth Legion. I mean, that PA dies every time from there.
10 seconds remain.
Artswar Devourer ban.
5 seconds remain.
I think it either means they are gonna pick an Int Hero themselves now, mid, or they just don't like OD. I mean, like, not an Int Hero, IG Hero or something.
Odie's a good ban against Troll because if Troll ults,
Oh
Odie
yeah.
can just Astral. But it's also a very good laning.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why they banned the Shadow Demon as well then.
Yeah, they're just making sure the Troll gets a good ult. Which, in this position, he does get a very good ult. I mean, they don't have much lockdown.
And Bristleback honestly is just like a terrible hero to play against either way, but he's also really good against Troll, because he just turns his back when he ults.
They've obviously played against each other a couple times for them to ban so quickly.
Yeah,
So they know what their
definitely.
counter picks are.
Or at least watch each other play.
See what the last picks are.
Last pick is Quap still available. They did pick Quap previous game, but it wasn't that scary really, so maybe they don't want to pick it again.
They kind of confused themselves with how the lanes worked. I watched the game, last game, and the laning just was a bit weird.
Yeah, 100%. The lane was... And I mean, Exdee definitely won that the matchups when they swapped early games with the anti. Wow. I'm not feeling that pick really, because you already have this Phantom Assassin which you really want to get rolling, and now you pick a Medusa as well, which isn't really gonna be an aggressive early game hero or mid game even.
10 seconds.
I mean, I'm just looking at IG's draft, and
5 seconds.
there's not much fighting. It's,
Yeah, no, that like late game they have a really good lineup, definitely, but early game there's nothing to really help this Phantom Assassin get a good start. I feel like
a 5, which is quite a bit of poke.
Yeah, or if they decide to put him with the Undying, he probably will just win the lane either way, because Undying just wins lanes. Wins lanes, lose games. Because he's pretty terrible after the lane, but
Look at the chat. Darn.
Dota is unplayable, man. Can we
No,
rehost?
can we rehost? Why? Yes, please. That's what we have to play with.
We're using a
Antimates
sub.
again.
XD, sorry.
Okay, so it's a mid-troll, Lord.
Okay, oh, I accidentally somehow disconnected. Oh, that's a nice feature. Okay, that was weird. The game just disconnected me, dude.
Okay, they're rehosting the lobby.
So do we leave?
Yes,
Okay.
unless you want to cost nobody.
I just want to be very certain. I should look at the chat more. At least we have analyst Cade here to actually read the chat.
Okay, lobby's up.
Okay, so do they pick the same heroes now, or...? Kate. Baba.
Where do I join? How do I join the... I can't see it.
Toggle the broadcast
I
channel.
can't see it.
You must toggle.
I think I just got kicked.
Did they... What?
Oh,
Brother.
am I in? Am I in?
Are you in?
I
But you're
don't
in
know.
as a spectator, aren't you? Not a caster. So the people watching the game can't hear you.
Yikes.
Are you a caster now or not?
I don't know.
They're reading.
Oh, they need a captain's
Yes.
mode.
Yes.
I got saved. I got saved.
Dude, these guys have no patience. Yesterday, I got kicked
Yeah.
from the lobby and I had no idea what I did wrong, dude.
Yikes.
Yikers, brother. You need to be quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna make fast. Toggle broadcast channels. Okay, create channel. Yes.
Boom.
Okay, there we go. I'm in.
Boom.
Like yikers. Okay, I'm in. We made it.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, they're just trying their best to not ban heroes that were picked.
Radiant crew pick. Radiant crew.
Turn to purge. That's a good pick against Pizza.
Yeah, it is actually.
Pick. Radiant crew pick.
I speak to the
Dire
trees.
crew bad.
Almost as quick as the snap picks in the first game, bro.
Almost.
Dire crew pick.
Phantom assassin.
Take your pick.
Okay, let's go. Okay, it's a mid anti-mage. Unless Remedy's going mid. Unless they swap the lanes up.
Okay, let's try this again.
Sound strategy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mid anti-mage.
Crazy!
It's quite nice to see.
Yeah, so mid anti-mage versus a Medusa. Interesting. And I think... yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Troll Warlord as... okay, here we go.
Here we go, dude. Here we go, dude.
It's okay, dude. I've done this a bunch of times. Now we just talk about the items. So, Nature's Prophet going for the Blightstone actually, even though it has been nerfed quite recently. 300 gold for 2 armor reduction. I just feel like that's not enough.
That's pretty standard on Nature's Prophet because of how high his attack damage is from the beginning of the game. So the
Yeah,
poke
it is standard.
really,
I
really
think
good.
if there's any hero that should still buy it, it's him. But that item is just so so nerfed. I feel like from 3 to 2, that's a 33% nerf, and it's not even cheaper than it used to be. And then along with that, Ring of Protection was buffed, so that's 150 gold just to get to armor if anyone buys it. And look at Shaw, he does have the ring. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't like that item anymore, personally.
If you look bot, we have 3 sticks in the offlane.
Nice.
This is PA versus Sky.
Yeah, lol. I think they're both just gonna stay in that lane because, like, yeah, they're both just gonna get stick charges.
Sound strategy. Try harder.
Yeah, this game's just perma paused. What's the problem? What did they say?
MD did, of course.
Of course, dude.
Of course, has to be MD of all people.
Are you talking in game, by the way, Kurt?
I think so.
Okay.
Hello? I don't know.
Hello.
Donnie. Okay, so the game's unpaused.
Wow, that was an extremely short pause to what we're used to. Okay, B, again, with this filthy ward, dude. It's only recently I've actually been seeing this ward, but it is pretty filthy. Okay, top lane, Lina. He just wanted to place that ward, but now he's in a bit of trouble as the B route does go through onto Lina. Lina doesn't have a lot of move speed, and yeah, this is more than enough to kill him. Oh, actually, the stun onto 2, and he just runs away. He just runs away.
He just needs vision. He just needs vision.
Yeah, he needs the vision. The root is going to go through, and that is a first blood for B. Nature's Prophet trying his best to block with the treants, but it's not going to be enough. Bottom lane, though, Phantom Assassin dropping pretty low, as well as the Skyroth Mage. So a lot of early game fighting going through here. Brand Biceps with the taunts. He's gonna...
And B stayed to steal the rune. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he got that rune as well, and Skyroth got 2 runes as well with that, all that early game harassment. And yeah, that's 3 runes for the side of Exdee.
If they saw that ward, they did. B's got a sentry queued up.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
First blood is so detrimental because now they've basically just given away their ward and first blood. Especially because B got the first blood, so now I can just buy the sentry, de-ward it.
Yeah, exactly. And like, de-wards give so much money nowadays. You literally make a profit. Skyroth Mage. I mean, this is a pretty good lane, I feel like, for the Undying. Like, the Undying is just gonna keep zoning the Skyroth Mage. He doesn't have the Orb of Venom, so Sky is quite a bit faster than him. But the Skyroth Mage harassment onto the Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin with the cheeky deny there in the middle of getting Wentz on. And Undying, all the meantime, is just trying his best to harass the Skyroth Mage and doing quite a good job at it. Although this Phantom Assassin might die soon. No, the Fairy Fire is more than enough to save him along with the magic stick that he still has. Skyroth Mage tries to go on the PA, but it doesn't quite hit. It hits the Undying. And he doesn't have his Q up yet. And the strength steal onto the Legion Commander, -8 strength. Now they might try and turn here.
Top lane is a disaster.
Yeah, top lane.
It's so strong laning against
the Stroll just getting stunned up, just getting harassed, and it's really not fun for him at all. He trying his best to harass back, but this Lina and this Nature's, I mean, they just have so much poke and so much harassment between the two of them. It's pretty unreal, actually. And like again, every time that stun goes off cooldown, he just presses his W and gets some hits in, and that's all the damage they need. But Show actually trying to aggress onto the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, because the Lina stun going through now is just gonna get back for the time being though. And at least he is able to harass the Nature's Prophet quite a bit, but he's just going to TP back to base and then TP back into the lane, so... yeah.
If you pay attention to mid, he's playing it so well against his Dusa. He's got two levels of mana break, and he's just poking the Dusa, so that Dusa can't have the Mystic Snake.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't even care if he wins the trade or not. He just will fly out region, and Junaid just can't Mystic Snake the wave. And that's her biggest poke in mid lane.
Yeah, and I think bottom lane, Scarlet Mage does get the kill off onto the PA, so that lane paying off for Exdee Gaming. Get, I think you maybe have control over the camera, eh? I'm not sure.
Do I?
I'm not sure how you know.
Oh no, I'm just using my own camera.
No, but like the people viewing could see yours. Again, B top lane does get the roots off onto the Nature's Prophet, but Nature's just harassing him straight back. There is a salve coming in for this Joel now, so that it's going to help him quite a bit in this top lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Scarlet Mage aggressive as ever on this Undying and the Phantom Assassin. Undying does have always spells off cooldown, but not going to use anything in time, as the burst is just too much from the side of Exdee Gaming.
Boots, you see, the anti-mage just blinks on top of the Dusa, hits her down a bit, and then walks straight back to CS. Very effective.
Yeah, that's true. So this seems like anti-mage is dominating this lane actually at the moment. 26 lost hits. That's 6 ahead anyone else in this game. Even the Legion.
Things on top. They're going on the
top
Lina.
lane. Lina. He is slowed, he is rooted, he does get the stun out. One more hit should be enough. Ooh, actually the Fairy Fire does go through, but this is a dead Lina. Yep, Lina's dead, B is dead as well. So that's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's quite good because the Troll Warlord actually does get a kill there, which is very nice. Bottom lane though, the Skyroth Mage is gonna try and go on the Phantom Assassin, but this Undying just disrupting the back line of this bottom lane at the moment, completely stopping this Scarlet Mage from getting anywhere close to the Phantom Assassin. But they just decide to go on the Undying instead. Now Phantom Assassin jumps onto the Scarlet Mage. One more hit should be enough. He does get the kill onto the PA, and the heal goes through for the Undying. That's enough for him to survive for the time being. And then Nature's Prophet TP in as well. That's 3 heroes on top of the Legion Commander now. Very good counter initiation. Yeah, from the side of IG Gaming.
Very close.
And top lane, B tries to consist. Did he actually get it? Oh, he actually gets the rune.
Denied.
He denied it. He denied it. Ooh, mid lane. Oh, ultimate out there from Anti-Mage, and yeah, he gets the A click off onto the creep as well, so the tower isn't going to kill him.
This Anti-Mage is going to be very scary.
Yeah, this is a massive Anti-Mage.
And he's gonna get a kill.
Ooh, he goes onto the Undying. Undying doesn't have anything to escape. Yeah, and yeah, that orb of Venom.
I think he was just going for the rune. I don't know if he actually knew that the Undying was there.
Yeah, I think he was
no
just
vision
going
in that
for
area. That's a happy
B
surprise.
blocking the Lina in the top lane. Lina forced to use the stun. Really good stun actually, predicting that B is gonna dodge it. And now the root onto the Lina is more than enough to kill him off, and now they try to aggress onto the Nature's Prophet here as well. Nature's Prophet does have the sprouts off cooldown in 1 second, and it seems like Exdee is just gonna fall back and not aggress any further for the time being.
I mean, if you look at the last hits, all 3 cores of Exdee are just...
Roots onto Nature's Prophet in the top lane, dropping really no now. He doesn't have the sprouts off cooldown. Lina stun, what would be enough to save him? No, B does have the nuke to finish him off. Bottom lane, Phantom Assassin being aggressed on. Scarlet Mage trying to kill him. Baron Biceps decides to fall back there, but this PA is just receiving so much pressure at the moment, and it's just a constant bombardment of just spells over spells onto the PA. And like, I mean, this PA doesn't feel comfortable at all in this lane, and I feel like that's the main thing Exdee are trying to accomplish, because that's causing him to have a very small amount of last hits. Pull there from B in the top lane.
In one of the IG's power spikes is a Deso BKB on PA.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that is their power spike, not even one of them. Like that is the power spike. Like what else can they do to really?
Look at MD with the Invis rune trying to hunt down this.
MD hunting the Medusa. He does manage to find him, and this Medusa doesn't have a lot of move speed at all, and it just goes in and immediately starts hitting him. Medusa already has 0 mana, 4 hits in, and he's just diving. He doesn't even care. He's just diving. Yeah, he really doesn't care. Mango out from the Medusa, just so the Mana Void does less damage. And meanwhile, the Troll does get a double kill onto the Lina and the Nature's Prophet. So just so much pressure coming through from the side of Exdee Gaming, and Junaid, he can't farm his own triangle. This is terrible. Bottom lane, Brand Biceps, he does have the deal now, so this Undying needs to be really careful.
And if you look at all 3 lanes, all the cores of IG are just forced out of their lanes.
They're forced out of the lane, forced out of the jungle. I mean, look at this wall, dude.
Both cores are farming the same jungle on IG, and all 3 cores of
yeah. Top lane, Remedy dropping pretty low on the Troll Warlord. He doesn't have his ultimate here. I'm not sure if Nature's Prophet knows that or not, but he can actually maybe kill Remedy here. Remedy does use the access onto Shadow Tricks, and now actually starts running him down a little bit. And bottom lane, a lot of heroes in this bottom lane at the moment. Baron Biceps does have 1 charges. PA jumps onto the Legion Commander, not going to be enough to burst him. And now B is in a lot of trouble as 2 heroes are on top of him. He does turn around and Root runs away. Ski.
And they trade. Wow.
And they get the kill onto the PA as well. Definitely the hero you want to kill there. And Remedy does actually die on the Troll Warlord, but Undying now. Ooh, double kill there for Nature's Prophet. He does get the kill with the ultimate as well. And now TP's in, does get the Sprout as well. Immediate tango there from Ski Hound, but not enough. And that's a triple kill for Shadow Tricks. Really well played there from the Nature's Prophet, killing 2 cores and a support. And that's a massive network spike for Nature's Prophet as his top net worth now. And look at this anti-mage. He's not going to stop doing this. He's literally just chasing him out of the jungle. And now top, Nature's Prophet in a lot of trouble. He's just going to give this farm straight back to the Troll Warlord, as Troll Warlord does get the killing spree from Nature's Prophet. Now Nature's Prophet is going to block him and get the rune.
AM kills.
Oh, and AM, not only does he take his jungle, but he takes his life.
With the rune.
Oh, and the runes. Yeah, it's having an extremely good game. This Medusa isn't in this game at all. I mean, he's 5th in net worth. PA is even less in this game than the Medusa. This is a really, really solid early game from Exdee Gaming. And Undying now. Ooh. B in a lot of trouble. He is blocked in by the tree ants, and it seems like Shadow Tricks is just gonna right click him down. And the ultimate, Skyrot ultimate onto the Nature's Prophet, and they actually do get the return kill. B finally does fall though, as the Dragon Slave does come through by the Lina. Phantom Assassin just trying his best to harass a little bit with his arcane stiffening dagger, but yeah, it's just a very, very tough game for all the cores. Ooh. Nature's Prophet buyback. He TP's mid immediately, but I don't think there's anything he can really do.
Oh no. I think it might have been a miscommunication.
It might have been a miscommunication. It might have been, if I dare say, a little bit of rage. Probably not. Yeah. Probably not though, but it could be. It's,
Shadow Tricks. No rage in that man's bones.
Middle lane, the stun coming through onto. Ooh, the Lina actually manages to solo kill this anti-mage. Yeah, that's really well played. The stun damage being with the ultimate being more than enough. And now PA getting a kill onto the Oracle as well. A little bit of a comeback here for the side of
and they pinged out the walls.
IG. Yeah, they
every time I watch Exdee play, they have these deep wards in their jungle. That's really good.
Yeah, really good wards. Yeah. And I'm surprised that IG doesn't have Yeah, actually, Nature's Prophet is really good for warding, but there's no point having aggressive wards. Bottom lane, Skyroth, Legion combo onto the Undying, more than enough to kill him. And
Once
yeah,
Baron Biceps gets his blink, Baron and Ski are just going to run around the map, causing an insane amount of havoc.
yeah, and he almost has his blink, like 400 gold away, 300 gold away. And this PA just playing catch up at the moment.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, anti-mage onto the Medusa in the triangle, just being so aggressive. Nature's Prophet TP does come in, but it's not really going to do anything. 2 more TPs has to come in, and now it's just going to blink out. So many rotations just for an anti-mage that they can't kill.
This ward in the bottom jungle? They've ran past that ward about 3 times with the sentry, and they can't see it.
Yeah, this ward is so cool.
The Nature's was literally farming on top of that ward, and he couldn't see it.
Yeah, because the sentry, people usually just place a sentry, so the sentry doesn't see down to that point. So it's a really strong ward. And now B...
Oh no. And B gets the Observer and sentry.
Because that's technically still high ground, so you literally can't see it. That's a really cool ward.
Yeah.
Top lane...
That's gonna be Deal.
Ooh, bottom lane, Deal, Skyroth ults. Every time that's a kill. That's a kill every single time. Top lane now, Brand Biceps being aggressive in this lane. They don't want to lose this tower quite yet, or they want to deny it at the very least. Nature's Prophet does TP out. Middle lane, Anti-Mage does get the tower, and he actually blinks onto the Nature's Prophet here with the B route as well. Nature's Prophet in a lot of trouble. Lina stun does come through. And now, PA may be considering being a little bit aggressive back onto the side of Exdee Gaming.
I wonder if once Remedy gets his Diffusal and MD gets his Battle Fury, they're going to switch it up, because MD is doing a lot of fighting at the moment. So
yeah,
I wonder
MD...
if the troll is going to start fighting and MD's just going to farm.
I don't think MD is gonna stop, because look at his net worth, it doesn't really matter. He can just play like this and get more than enough from the map. And I think he's the best hero against Dusa, so I think they're just gonna keep doing what's working for them.
That's a very sad Dusa.
It's a really sad Dusa, yeah. And now bottom lane.
The thing is,
Yeah, bottom lane, 3 of the heroes from the side of Exdee Gaming are trying to pressure this tower and actually trying to bait a bit with the Skyroth Mage, but they aren't biting quite yet. And now 2 rotations onto the shrine top by Exdee Gaming. Lina stun does go through, doesn't hit anyone, as they do actually cancel both TPs. And Anti-Mage is just continuing to farm this Medusa's triangle, and it's not going to stop doing it either. Now, Lina stun onto the Anti-Mage as well as the Dragon Slave. Does do a little bit of damage, but not enough to really mean anything there. And B even steals the creep lost it from the Medusa.
This is a dead Anti-Mage. He overstayed.
Ooh, okay. Didn't quite catch it, but Anti-Mage did overstay his welcome there. And the Laguna Blade did go through onto the Anti-Mage. Yeah, did overstay a bit. And honestly, this game isn't going as badly as it seems. Like, I feel like IG are doing a good job for getting as much of this map as they can. But now the Blink Skyroth combo again, the Legion.
No call is gonna be safe on him.
Yeah, no hero is safe from this combo. And that cooldown on the Dior is really short as well. Skyroth still aggressive onto the Undying. Undying actually blocked in by the Legion Commander. He all goes through onto the Troll Warlord. They are trying to kill off this Medusa. They do have a Diffusal Blade as well. And Legion Commander does get the kill onto the Undying. Troll Warlord dropping pretty low. He does use his ultimate. Medusa doesn't have any mana left, and that's a dead Medusa. Now, Lina trying to get out. Troll Warlord does switch to ranged form to still be able to attack this Lina, and Lina seems more than dead at the moment, and I don't think, yeah, Troll Warlord easily survives there.
Yeah, so MD's now fighting, MD's now farming, and Remedy seems to be fighting.
Oh, so it seems like they did switch it up. Yeah, MD is pushing out the top lane at the moment. And Exdee are just trying to be aggressive mid now. And Troll Warlord, look at him, he's literally just between the towers. He doesn't fear them at all at the moment. They're just trying to push this tower down at the moment. They don't quite have the damage yet, but that is some chip damage off onto the tower, and just a lot of aggression overall from the side of Exdee Gaming. Phantom Assassin still trying to play this catch-up game, doing a decent job at it, but still very far behind the cause of Exdee Gaming. And look at this ward on the Medusa. Like, Exdee just, yeah, they know everything at the moment.
They map packing.
PA TP stop, so he is going to be able to dodge that Skyroth Legion combo. Skyroth and Legion are smoked up at the moment. They're trying to catch this Medusa, but Medusa isn't there anymore. Ooh, Lina runs into the Lina, does blink onto the Lina as well, and that is a Skyroth Legion combo again, getting the job done onto the Lina.
Nasty surprise.
That was, yeah, that was not something you want to run into if you're a Lina.
Look at the efficiency. He puts his curry on the high ground. So
middle lane, roots. And they just fall back for the time being. They just chill out a bit.
Oh, I picked it up.
And this Undying maybe a little bit out of position, as he does actually use the Tombstone. And it seems like they are aggressing onto Exdee now. Exdee on the retreat. B does manage to get the ult off in time. He is going to survive this. Now Undying dropping pretty low. He doesn't have a lot of HP left, and he's starting to lose the stacks. And Anti-Mage blinks in. He does have the Mana Void. Mana Void will finish him off. And BA does get the B kill in the backline though. Ult by Medusa. Medusa doesn't have any mana yet left. And somehow the PA actually gets a double kill. And Anti-Mage does get the return kill. Troll is forced to use his ultimate, but he's still very low HP, and they're going to kill him off. So pretty good for IG Gaming, or like more than I thought they'd get. Definitely, the aggression paying off there.
I think the PA Deso just caught them off surprise there, because he blinked straight on that Oracle, and the Oracle just melted.
Yeah, the PA Deso definitely doing work there. Anti-Mage with a double damage rune. They're gonna have to be a little bit aggressive. I mean, careful on the side of IG. Blink, deal onto the Nature's Prophet. He definitely overstayed his welcome there. As that's
he tried to and they got the deny, so it was just a bit of salt on the wind there.
Yeah, they.
And he's gonna find the.
And it seems like Exdee Gaming are just going for the Roche at the moment, not positive at all that IG has anything to contest this Roche, and I think they are correct, as IG are just pushing out the other lanes, trying to get farm all over the map.
Don't think they know.
I don't think they know either, and I think if they did know, it wouldn't matter, because this is a pretty fast Roche.
Yeah,
Anti-Mage wants to be aggressive top.
She knew that they were rushing.
Yeah.
MD almost got his Manta. That's gonna be even more scary for the Medusa. I mean, they have so much to deal with this Medusa.
Yeah, and just look at the map control from the side of Exdee Gaming. I mean, still, this PA is doing a good job, like, pushing out top and getting farm wherever he can, but like it's a really difficult game to get anything. And that's again just a blink Skyroth combo. Again, another kill onto the Nature's Prophet. 86 bonus damage for Legion Commander now, and that's gonna help with the siege that is incoming from the side of Exdee Gaming.
So look, it's coming out from Legion for the Troll or AM, whichever one. I think
he's
gonna finish his threats or rush.
He queued up his threat, top lane, I mean middle lane. Troll Warlord in a little bit of trouble, but he does manage to escape there. The Laguna Blade not going through in time.
So that's the instant leaping out the vision there.
Yeah, they do instantly ping it
That's the
out.
one bad part about Nature's ult, is it just gives away where you have wards.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they instantly pinged out that they have vision there.
Yeah, and Exdee is just as a free tower for them. There's no way that IG will ever contest that.
Ward's flying out on Oracle. It's gonna take over the jungle.
And Exdee, it seems like they are 4 euros bot at the moment, and anti-mage is rotating in as well. Maybe they will go for the siege here with the Ages of the Immortal as well. Ooh, and the blink deal onto the Nature's Prophet. Again, Nature's Prophet just respawned and is dead again, and now they do get the Undying kill as well, and 2 of the Euros on the side of IG are farming top at the moment, because that's how far behind they are.
The PA just has to try and get this BKB up.
Yeah, PA has to get BKB. Undying buyback. Anti-mage blinks in very aggressively, but does get stunned off though. And Undying, they do get the kill onto the troll at least. They do get that Aegis, I mean. Troll will respawn now. He is stunned up immediately again though. B almost dropping just by the dagger though. And now Troll Warlord aggressive onto the Lina. Lina just mounts there, and now Junaid is in a bit of trouble on that Medusa, as they just run them down. And now this Undying does drop the Tombstone, does drop his ultimate, but it isn't enough. And the Mana Void onto 2 by the Anti-Mage. Not enough to get a kill though, but definitely enough to chase them away. Dio onto the Phantom Assassin, as well as the Disarm. Very well played there from by B. Getting that Disarm in time. And now Troll still aggressive. He doesn't have Aegis anymore, so he's forced to use his ultimate, trying to kill off this PA. One more hit. That's an ultra kill for Troll. Troll, one more kill for the Rampage. He is gonna fall back for now though. No, he's aggressive onto the Nature's Prophet, and that's a Rampage for Troll Warlord. This guy is a raid boss, and that's enough for them to call GG this game.
Big raid.
GG, well played. Epic game.
Kicked off TMD.